Next up, Saints losing 27-19 to the Vikings. This one was messy. Dobbs, another good one, 268 and 1 for 28 points. Derek Carr left with an injury. I just did not look good. Was a shoulder injury and concussion, 110 yards for 5.5 points before leaving. Winston came in, 122 for 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was largely just playing YOLO ball and chucking the fucking ball up downfield, so there wasn't much to write home about there. Kamara had an impressive day, despite the fact I didn't think he did that great. 9 for 42, a 2-point conversion, but it's the seven receptions for 33 yards. So if this was non-PPR, his stat looks, or his fantasy day looks a lot different. The 7 catches really helps. That got him to 19. Jamal Williams was useless, 4 for 7. Madison was not great. I think for the 3rd week in a row, he was my sit of the week on Fantasy Pro, so yay me. 8 for 27 for Madison. Ty Chandler got 15 carries for 45 and a touchdown, largely saved by the touchdown, but that's concerning. I just want to scroll up here. Madison left with an injury in the 3rd quarter. That's why.
Then he's going to be waiver wire.
Ty Chandler played 72% of snaps after the injury. Kenny Nwangwu 17%. So I'd have to see what the exact update is on Madison. I didn't watch that game because I'm a Saints fan and it was painful. I got my Taysom Hill jersey on because just like I said, I started him this week, so he sucked. That's what Taysom Hill does to me. This is a Taysom Hill jersey, I swear. Lave 6 for 94 and a touchdown. A.T. Perry 2 for 38 and a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed, 5 for 24. Jordan Addison, 4 for 69. Brandon Powell, 4 for 35. Nothing great here aside from Olave, just a bunch of middling guys. TJ Hawkinson was awesome. I guess he was healthy after all. Took some big hits too. I'm surprised he stayed in, but he had 11 for 134 and a touchdown. 37 points, which is going to be tight end 1 on the week. Taysom Hill had 2 for 17. Fuck you, Taysom Hill. Greg Joseph had 9 points. Groupie had 4. The Saints defense sucked, put up 4. Vikings put up 11.5 on the interceptions, the sack, fumble. What do you got? What are you thinking?
TJ Hawkinson, holy hell. So Josh Dobbs was hyper targeting tight ends in Arizona, right? He comes over, what's he do? The same thing. Like he's TJ Hawkinson, we were like, oh no, he's not gonna play enough snaps. And then just like play him. It doesn't matter. Like he's too good, right? And then Dobbs 14 targets straight out of the gate. So hello to TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, that's like tight end 1. Dobbs is gonna keep doing that. And by the way, Dobbs looks really good. So like there's a chance next year he could be their starting quarterback with stuff going on with Cousins. They got him for cheap. Like he'll have a shot to be the starting quarterback next year. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like that's the range of outcomes things with him.
He never lasts with him, though.
Like, he's a fantasy points monster.
He did this in Tennessee last year. 2 or 3 great games looking like a starter, then crashed down to earth. Arizona, 2 or 3. He seems to have a 2 or 3 game shelf life where he comes in, the teammates rally around the new guy. He plays great, and then defenses adjust, and he sucks again. So I assume we're going to get maybe 1 more week out of him. I don't know who they play next week.
They play Denver and then Chicago. But like for fantasy points, he's fantastic for fantasy
so
points.
He's going to get 2 more good weeks because he's got Denver and Chicago. Denver, Chicago, bye, and then the Raiders. So you might get 3 decent weeks out of him the next 4, and then he gets 2 with Detroit and 1 with Green Bay. So I really
ride him to the playoffs for sure.
I'd ride him to the playoffs, and then I want no part of this after that.
Yeah, for sure. Like the fantasy points, the way he does it, it just works out. He doesn't have to be that good. But yeah, like on the flip side, this is Olave's a saving grace. If he gets Jameis Winston, who actually is not afraid to check it downfield, that's huge for Olave. So like we had issues with Carr going into this where he was out using Olave. In comes Jameis, they hit him deep. Like this is what I'm talking about. So if Olave's quarterback moving forward is Jameis with that injury, I'm gonna boost him up in rankings significantly. So like I love seeing that.
Yeah.